So I did this masterclass with a coach last year, and he sent me an audio of our masterclass, and I revisited it yesterday, which was awesome. I actually really enjoy that. I don't love the sound of my voice because no one does. I mean, I think it's like a thing. I think it's the way that we hear our voices is that we don't like it. Right? So I'm listening to this, and like his insights, just the way that he was able to just guide you to coming to your own conclusions about some beliefs about the world, you know, and these are beliefs about like who we are as an infinite soul, you know, what is time? Like we're talking about some like heady, big deal, deep stuff, right? But here's what I noticed the most about this stinking audio. Is that my voice, I could hear every single bit of my anxiety. I could hear every single moment that I was people pleasing, that I was just telling him what I think he wanted to hear. I could hear in my voice every time I was being a know-it-all and dismissing. I could hear in my voice everything that I was like questioning, but I wanted to believe it, but then I wanted to make sure he thought I believed it, and then I wanted to make sure I really appeared to be very open. Like all this stuff, man, in my voice. And guess what he did? About 40, it's a 2-hour thing, right? About 45 minutes in, he stopped me and he called out my bullshit. And it was powerful. And after that, my voice was so steady. It was so unwavering. I paused. I didn't take these moments where I self-deprecated, laughed through pain, diverted the conversation, said, oh yeah, no, I do know that. And I mean, and then there was this word that I kept saying, I mean, you know, classic me. I mean, classic coaching, right? Am I right? And it was just, I could just tell how much I was blocking my real self. And when he paused and he told me, whoa, can you hear your voice now? Now, this is after he's called me out on my bullshit, right? And now I've spoken about whatever it was I was talking about for a little bit. And he's like, you smoothed out your voice. Like your resonant was like really even keeled. Like you're vibrating at a level of your most authentic self. And I mean, I'm like still floored by it. Like, and I did this back in December, I think November or December, and I just revisiting it and I was like, wow. And I could feel that, and I could feel that shift. And I'm talking about this with you today because it's how we block ourselves from receiving the information that we need. And I'm not talking about downloading it from source energy in the universe, though I am very much talking about that. Let's bring this down to our everyday lives. You know, we're in the meeting, you know, and we're trying to learn, or we're trying to even give our own information, and we're presenting, you know, and we're like on, and oh my gosh, and did I say I hit all the bullet points? Guys, when I first started to do this Celery Talk this morning, I had papers everywhere. I have bullet points. I would make sure I hit this. I gotta say these 3 things, these 3, then these 3, and I gotta do it in a listicle. And I had this whole, and I mean, like, I gotta tell you, it was the worst. I took 4 takes of this. It was awful. I crumpled them up, and now I'm talking about this with you. But think about it, right? You're in the meeting and you're trying to sell something, sell yourself into a promotion, sell your deal into an agency, whatever it is. And you're presenting and you're presenting and you're presenting, but are you presenting? You get what I'm saying here? Are you there? Are you even in the room, man? And I know this sounds crazy, because it would have sounded crazy to me a couple years ago too. But when you shift where you're there, things just start to make sense. Things to say yes to get really clear. Things that are a no, they're a no, and we don't negotiate. There's no lingering guilt or shame or wishy-washiness, because we're really connected to who we are. I have an awesome online friend who was talking about how she goes back and forth. You know, she wants to make this big decision, but she's always worried about the grass is greener on the other side. You know, and all these people were coming in over the top, and they're like, oh, you know, make your move, you know, jump on the trampoline, believe in yourself, you're always gonna leave something on the table. And for some reason, what came to me, maybe it was downloaded from the goddamn universe, but it was get quiet and ask yourself your truest self, the self that speaks deliberately and slowly what to do. In the morning when you're frantically running around and you really wanted to go to the gym, who's gonna make that decision? The one that's up here? The one that's presenting? Or the one that's presenting? The one that's present. The one that goes, yeah, you know what? The next right action is slow down. Slow down and create the time for yourself. Create the time to meditate. Create the time to go to the gym. Create the time to write. Create the time to discover and recover who you really are. It's not about morning routines. It's not about hitting the gym 7 times a week. It's about finding a space in your heart that keeps you so steady and so happy no matter what is going on around you. You got this, man. I'm getting very emotional because it's exactly what I've been missing for like 38 years. And I say 38 because I really don't think I was sentient until about 2. But you know, like, that's it. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where all the good stuff starts happening. When we slow down and we stop it with all of the obligations and the to-do lists and the I musts, I have to, I shoulds, I should have, I could have, oh, why didn't I's? That's gone. Present. So instead of presenting, keeping it also superficial. Also, oh my gosh, I know, right? I'm so connected with my crystals and my oracle cards. To presenting and reading every word on those fucking cards and know that it's a message and we all have a choice. If we just get still. Oh God, I remember I went right after my date with Destiny at Tony Robbins, which by the way was just like, I mean, life altering. I went to a meetup. We sat in a circle. Everybody had 8 minutes to speak. And I was like, well, I gotta get it all out. These are my people. Like, these are the people that are gonna help me. They're gonna finally figure everything out for me, right? They're gonna figure everything out for me. You hear what I said? So it gets to me and I just go, ah! I mean, I dump, diarrhea of the mouth. I mean, and these people are just like, hey, they leaned in. But every single one that like raised their hand to have a moment with me, put their hand on their heart and they were like, slow down. It's all right here. It's all right here. The promotion you want, it's here. The business you want to build, it's here. The body you want, it's here. The friendship you want, it's here. The soulmate you desire, it's here. It's not out there. I can't do this for you. You come in here. You come in here and you ask her, you ask him, what is the truth? What's the real truth? I'm not kidding and I'm not woo-wooing you. It's all here. You want to know what you need to do next? Here. You watch the videos, read the books, and then ask yourself, here, what is it? What do I gotta do? You wanna create a massively successful social media plan? Yeah, go take the webinars, go read the books. Here, what's gonna work for you? You're different. You are it. You are the talent. You are the creator. So slow down. Let that superficial layer, that presenter version of yourself, fall away and get to the present version of yourself where all the answers are. And drink celery juice. You guys, so I had to end up buying this Dole celery. We're in a celery shortage where I am. Come on, New York City, throw me a bone. And I bought this Dole celery. Nilia's gonna like roll over because she's only organic. This was not organic. Hey, but I still have my celery juice every day. And there's Mickey Mouse on it, so, and it's like at eye level for kids. So they're marketing to kids now. Celery juice is gonna be in every school. You heard it here first, folks. So go about your day and take a minute before anything big deal going on. Anything big deal going on, just put your hand on your heart and ask them what to do.